All right, it says we're recording, so I'll take its word for it. Hello, and I hope you all are having a lovely day in the rain, but at least the weather's been better recently. So today is the 28th of May, and I know you know this because I think it was before our last meeting, but there's only a few weeks left of official school, and that means at most there are 2 more Zooms left for the entire year. I know you're devastated. I can tell by looking at Kylie Range's face. She's just absolutely upset about the fact that we will almost be done with 8th grade English. And many of you won't have me again for a few years, and some of you won't have me again ever. And so anyway, nonetheless, we have to get started. So there's 2 meetings left. That's it. And we will be trying to get this thing as close to done as we can. I don't know of any other fancy sort of things happening. I do fully expect the more time passes, I think we'll be back in school in August, September, whatever it is, and we'll see you then. That also means that like fall sports, I think will happen too. For most of you here, that's going to be cross country or volleyball. So I do think that's going to happen. So be positive. That's the way to look at it. You want to be positive and be happy and all those things, and then positive things will happen. And that will get you away from your house with your siblings, because I'm sure some of you have had just about enough of your siblings, or your pets, or whatever else you have floating around your house. And that's how it's going to go. We're going to get right into it because there's only, if I can count, 6 of you here today. And the sooner we're done, then the sooner you're done. And Haley Odell might actually be arriving. I don't know what to do. Really, Haley's fine. Hello, Haley Odell. Haley Odell is fine, but I put out an all-point bulletin for Corinne, and that did not happen. So we have to track Corinne down too. I might actually do next week's Zoom from Corinne's house. I think that would be the way to take care of it. So anyway, hello, Haley Odell. How are you?
Good.
Good. So your family went shopping the other day at Grove City, and they didn't buy me anything. So I'm a little disappointed with your sister. The Mordens, whatever, but your sister, I'm pretty upset with. I talked to her today, and I don't think she cares. So that's very good. So hey, let's get into it. And I was saying this before we were joined. So I'm going to share my screen again. This is the document that I put in Google Classroom. This sounds kind of peculiar, but if we were in class, we would do this in about 40 minutes and be done with it. Obviously, we're not in class, so it might take a little bit more time, but I'd like you to at least start it. I have not yet created a Google assignment for it. I'll do that after this class. I didn't want to create it until you saw this, until we talked about it. So most of the sheet you can fill out already. So the very top of it, your name, well, I hope you know that by now. Your topic, you know that. And then the claim. So last week we talked about claim and what is it that you want to research. If you're doing a historical topic, what's the importance of that topic? Why is it important for American history? And then down below at the very bottom, again, this is the same document you can see. List sources you've used. You already have done that. You've got 5 open web sources from before. And then you also have 2 weeks ago a database source, and that was from Panama's library. You already have that, so nothing new there. Here's the new stuff. And I know, because I did this earlier, you guys can see my cursor move. This is the new stuff, the 1, 2, 3. So if you are going to be doing a topic that deals with history, we need to focus on why you chose it. So we're going to use Gibby's up on top of my screen. So Gibby, if you could unmute for a second, and then I think I'll pester Kylie Range because she was on vacation, and so we're all jealous. So Lauren Gibbs, you're first. What's your topic again, Lauren, please?
Douglas MacArthur.
Okay, so Douglas MacArthur, a famous military man, a general, lots of stuff about him. So what you would do for Douglas MacArthur, so you're looking for 3 important things. Why he is important in American history. And so for instance, Gibby, and I know I'm putting you on the spot, so I apologize. What's one thing that's important for people to know about General MacArthur?
Well, he won the battle at Incheon in the Korean War, which was a turning point in the war.
I love it. So if you recall, I don't know if any of you remember, I know Gibby does, we made a little change. We took it from World War II to the Korean War, which totally matters. That totally counts. He won the battle of, and I think you pronounced it right, and I'll probably say it wrong, Incheon,
Yeah.
in the Korean War, which is in the 1950s. So he won that. So one important reason to study General MacArthur is that he won the Battle of Incheon. So for number one, I'm looking at the sheet. Now I'm going to move my cursor around it. Gibby could put, he won the Battle of Incheon during the Korean War. Now, Gibby and anybody else, you can choose anything you want. We had in the Tuesday class, we have Anne Frank. And so there's lots of reasons to study her. She's the girl that was hiding in the attic during the Holocaust and wrote the diary Anne Frank, and wrote that. And there's a lot of reasons to study her. It's up to you. So if Gibby wants to focus on that for Douglas MacArthur, that's great. And then I want to point out here, and I'll leave Gibby alone in a second. We'll go pester Kylie Range. So here it says from source. So Gibby would select, remember at the bottom of this document, I'll scroll down again. Here's all the sources you've come up with before. So she would pull off of whichever source she wants to, where that came from. Now, a lot of the students on Tuesday were talking about history.com. So maybe that's where Gibby's going to take it from. I don't know. A lot of people were getting stuff off history.com. So Gibby, that makes sense, yeah? Very good, thank you. And you can either stay unmuted or mute. That's up to you. Ms. Range, hello, Ms. Range. How are you?
I'm good, I guess.
Great. What's your topic again, Kylie?
Jeep.
Jeep. Okay, so and I'm happy that, and I think Cooper is the same way. So for people that have a company, yours is a little different. And of course, Jeep is I don't want to say easy, but there's a lot of things you can pull up from it. So Kylie, how does, if you remember, how does Jeep get people to buy stuff? That's your claim, would be something like that. So how, off the top of your head, if you remember, how does Jeep get people to buy stuff?
Advertising.
Okay, awesome. So that is a great way to put it. So for instance, for number one, she could put Jeep gets people to buy stuff through advertising. Now, then you just use whatever source you want. I don't know if Jeep.com is good for that, but maybe. We'll see. There's lots of places you can pull that from. But Kylie, let me ask you the question a different way. And for Haley Cooper, this is the same sort of question for you. So Kylie, what sort of advertising does Jeep do to make you buy a Jeep? What do they put in their ads, or what do they say in their ads that make people want to buy them? Can you speak to that, Kylie?
Yes, they put Jeeps in like different environments.
Okay, so they put them in the mountains, they put them on a beach, they put them in all these places, right? So that's a great answer. And actually, Kylie, I like that better than advertising, because you're talking about what in the advertising they do. So I think they put Jeeps in lots of different environments. So that could be your number one. And then Kylie, like I said, we would look for the source. So whatever source you wanted to come up with that you wanted to use, that would work for that particular topic. So Kylie, that makes sense?
Yep.
Awesome. So now we have, I think, 7 people here. 2 of you we just kind of did together. So the whole purpose for this class, and I'm not closing the screen, I'm not closing the Zoom meeting or anything, we're going to be here. I want to give you time to work. You remember my class, I would do the same thing. I'd give you a task, we take some time to work on it in class, and then we come back and look to see what you've done and work from there. So I'm going to be quiet. It's 2:10 by my watch, by my phone, I should say, 2:10, and at 2:20, I'm going to check back and see where you are. Now I see Gibby raise your hand. I'll be with you in just 1 second. So I would like, and what I'll do at 2:20, I'll go around and ask everybody what they came up with, what they did. Now, for Gibby and for Kylie Range, if you could just try to do number 2. So try to do the second point. So what's another reason we'd study Douglas MacArthur? What's another, or how is another way that Jeep gets people to buy their stuff? Gibby, you had your hand raised. If you want to unmute and ask your question, I'd be happy to help you.
I already did this assignment.
Has this been submitted already?
No, I couldn't find a place to submit it.
Oh, okay. That's because I didn't. That's what I was confused about. Okay. Did you send it to me?
Okay. Oh, no, I thought you were just going to post a...
I am going to post it, but do me a favor. Since we're here, let me do this. We'll do this the right way. Let me create the assignment. Give me about 2 seconds. I'll create the assignment,
Okay.
submit it, and then I'll take a look at it right away. How's that sound?
Okay.
Thank you. So give me 1 second here. I'm going to do the same thing that I did for third period. So meanwhile, everyone else, it's now 2:11. So 9 minutes. I'd like to see what you guys come up with, and then we'll take a look from there.
I did the same thing. I did this assignment ahead of time.
Is that Sarah?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So same deal. Give me Sarah, do you have it floating around just ready to submit, Sarah?
Yeah.
Okay, 2 seconds. I'm going to take care of this right now so you can see. Or so I can see, I should say. And this is, nope, that's the wrong class. Yeah, this is week 4 research is what the name of the assignment's going to be. No, I'm sorry, it's going to be week 5 research. That's silly. Because we are in week 5. We've been doing this for 5 weeks. I gotta drag, there we go, get you guys out the way. Okay, so it says it's assigning, and I don't know. Okay, so it should be out, and then I know it'll take a few seconds. So if you guys want to submit that, I'm going to let me make the screen larger here so I can see y'all. There we go. Corinne's here. Hello, Miss Hovey. How are you today? Because I said this to your sister, I think in passing, I don't know if you heard it, I was making plans. Is that her? Is she there? Because I'm prepared to, if we have to, I'm prepared. All right, okay, unmute your microphone. Let's talk to them all. Let's go. Okay, so first of all, I have something for you. I saw you shake your head, Mitchell. I have something for you. I'll send you something later on because we need Shark Gibson back, but that's a whole other thing.
Twitter.
You know, that's exactly right. But Mara, so here's the deal. If I didn't see you today, Corinne, I was prepared to be in your driveway doing the Zoom meeting from your house to make sure that we got you and that you were.
You always schedule them for like the middle of the day, and I'm always out doing something. I haven't missed a single one on purpose. I've missed
class time.
We're sure. Yeah, because I can't remember. The only reason I remember today was because your daughter told me for like the 5th time.
So just so you know, I'm thrilled because legitimately, like if I had to, like I'd call Denise on the phone, I'd get the Wi-Fi password. I would be in my van in your driveway.
In the van waiting.
We'd be having our Zoom meeting next week, and this is legitimately, I would wear a mask. I don't care. I would be right there and ready to go. So I'm super happy you're here. So Corinne, and there's 5 minutes left for everybody, and I know a couple people are submitting stuff. Corinne, it's not like you're super far behind. Also, it's not like it's super challenging. You could do this. But I'll leave this to you. Let me know what you need if things are like wadded up and you're.
I'm just gonna go and like watch all the recordings and see what I need to type up still, because I've got like some of the like sources and stuff that I did.
And it's been a while, so forgive me. What was the topic that you wanted to research? Because I don't remember that.
I think I picked Pearl Harbor because it wasn't crossed off on the list. There's probably like 5 other people that picked it because that's a really easy topic, but.
Okay. I don't remember that, but I will take your word for it. So I
think I emailed it to you, but.
I am super happy that you're here, Corinne, and that you're alive. Your sister, to be honest, your sister told me you were alive. So that's, I kind of knew that was the case already, but I'm very happy that you're here and functioning and surviving and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Mara was even trying to help you out a little bit. Mara was even saying something like, well, she's not very good at all that stuff. I think she said something along those lines. So that's what you face. That's true. That's exactly the truth there. So far, I only have Gibby's. I'm going to go through Gibby's right now. Sarah, if you submitted it, it just hasn't hit yet. So bear with me for a second.
I should probably.
Gibby, I really like it. I think it's great. Was the Battle of Incheon, was that the same thing as the 38th parallel, or were they different things, Gibby? Because I truly don't remember because I'm a little unprepared. I didn't look it up.
The 30th parallel is just where South and North Korea were divided.
Correct. But I mean, was that like Incheon like right there, or are they're
Incheon was it was pretty close to it, like maybe like 100 miles away. I think it said something like that.
okay, they're different though. That's okay.
Yeah.
Gibby looks great, and now I'm just telling you, this is for the whole class, but since I'm working with Gibby's right now, so you've done exactly what I want you to do. You've got the sources below. That bottom one is Discovery Ed, right? That's the database one? Or is
Yes.
is that from Pav's class?
I just went to Discovery Ed and searched it up.
Okay, but I mean, I think you get the password from Pav's class for that, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so this is wonderful. Now, Gibby, if we were here in class, and this is for everybody, I would ask you to take these sources and we would be putting them, like formatting them properly. I'm not doing that because it takes time and it can be challenging, and I'm perfectly happy with the links. I think this looks great, so thank you so much.
Okay.
Gibby,
Can I leave now?
you can, in fact. And Sarah, I'm going to look at yours. Yours came. Gibby, have a good week. Thank you so much for being here. Sarah, I do see yours now, so I'm going to look at yours. And then again, it's 2:17, so in 3 minutes is when I'll be asking people. Now, Sarah, I don't care, but the margins, I don't know if this will work. You're right in.
Yeah.
Do you see that, Sarah? You see what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's no big deal, but it's just a thing. There's your claim. Okay. Sarah, I think this is great. I don't have any problems with it. What you've done, and it's a little different, and it's totally fine for me. Let me split screen this so I can see what I look like and see what you look like. So hang on a second here. There we go. Okay, so it's totally fine with me. So most of the assignments I'll get, because I've done this for a few years, most of the assignments I'll get will be 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. It looks like what you've done is you're going in kind of an order. So the first thing is, if there's a war, we would do this. And then the next thing is, let me go down to number 2. They put them in groups of 100 people and then marched them. And then the last thing is, here's what happened on the march. So I'm totally fine with that. That works. That is well organized. Not an issue. It's just a little different. So I'm fine with that. If this were actually an essay, I think that second one, you'd put more information into that about, but you know that. I mean, you just have the 2 things there. So Sarah, this is perfect. I have no issues with it.
All right.
It made sense for you. You also, another thing you did different, by the way, also good. You put the source, because I didn't see that. Maybe I missed it in Gibby's, but I didn't quite see it. But you have the source right underneath that fact where you got it from. And then I see your sources at the end. So Sarah, I think that's great. I don't have any issues with that at all. And you're good, right? You're comfortable with it. It's all good. No problems.
Yep.
Okay, Sarah, you are free to go if you wish. Now, you may not want to go because who knows when you're going to see Corinne again. We're not even sure if Corinne is going to exist after this. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. So you're welcome to stay and just bask in her picture because who knows what. But I'll let you decide. So if you want to go because you're like, I've already seen that, I don't need to see her again. Feel free. And it is nice to see you, Sarah. Thank you so much for bearing with the technical issues and all that fun stuff.
Thank you.
You're most welcome. Thank you. Now it is 2:20 on the dot, like almost like I planned it. Imagine that. So I'm going to start pestering people here. And I only want, due to time, I'd only like the first thing. Now for Gibby's already gone, but for Kylie Range, she already did one, so we'd like her second one. So if I can, Corinne, you're probably not ready to answer a question, correct? And you can say no, that's complete, because I know you just got here. No, all right, very good. What's with the hair thing? What is this? It's like you're in a hair commercial. Is Mara still there? Okay, is that like a Morton thing with hairdressing? I mean, we're like, what is all this? It's like, should there be a fan blowing on you while you're in class or something? Hovey has no idea what's going on. Very good. All right, hello. Mara, it's okay. I'll talk to you later, Mara. We'll talk. Like I got to talk to Mitchell too. We'll talk to you later on. Cooper, are you ready to say something?
Sure.
What do you have? What is the first thing? What was your topic again, Haley?
Okay, my topic was Chick-fil-A.
Awesome. So remember, we talked a little bit about this last week. What is the first thing that Chick-fil-A does to get people to buy their stuff?
Well, like one of the things that like I had saw was like every time they make like a new product, like the market is like the first thing that they put out. Like even for ads, like for holidays and everything.
Yeah. So how does that get people to buy their stuff?
You see, I haven't gotten that far yet.
Okay, so then I'll tell you what, I'll leave you alone. And the other thing I should mention is that if you still don't get it, like right now, you have time. This is not something that's due right now. So I do want you to take some time to think about it. So remember, one of the things, let me give you a hint. And I see you, Kylie Range. Yes, I see you. I'll give you a hint. Haley, I think we talked about this last week, but there is a major Christian component to Chick-fil-A. There are many people that like Chick-fil-A. First of all, the stuff tastes amazing. That's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
And that stuff in pickle juice is amazing. So never mind the fact that it's good food. There's lots of people that appreciate the fact that they're closed on Sundays. I think we talked about this already, didn't we?
I think so.
Yeah, so they're closed on Sundays and they aren't open all these other times. And there are a lot of people that say it's a family organization. We like to go to Chick-fil-A because of the way they treat family. So that's just a suggestion, Haley. So I'm gonna leave you alone right now. Range has been waiting patiently and dancing with her hand up. So I'm gonna get her next. But Haley, you're good for the time being. So I'm gonna go Kylie and then Abby in that order. So be ready. Kylie, what is your second one?
I finished. I turned it in.
Oh, okay. Give me 1 second. Abby, what is your first one then? While I look up ranges here. Oh, let me come back to this. And Abby, I know you're there somewhere. I know you turned it in, but I still, let me go to range, I guess then, because she's here. Miss Range. First one we know was putting stuff in all sorts of places. Okay, so the website, I'm looking at Kylie's, who used all sorts of bizarre fonts here and stuff like that. All right, so I'll use her second one. You flip-flopped it. You put your first second, which is totally fine. The websites they make to put in the good word and why they are popular at different ages. They absolutely have, you, by the way, these are jobs you could get. And I know you're all young, but these are jobs you can get. They actually pay people to be aware of what people think about Jeep online, and they get paid to spend time and money putting stuff on different websites. And you have that, I think Auto Trader is the one that you use. Absolutely, Auto Trader and a lot of those websites will have good information about why Jeeps are good. So absolutely, Kylie, that would work. And I see your third one. I think your third one works too. Again, because you submitted it, so I could see that. So thank you, Kylie. If you wish to bail and leave, you can. But otherwise, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here back from vacation and then brushing your hair in front of all of us. That was nice of you as well. And let me look at Abby's because I called on her and see what she has for her first one. Oh, we drew on it in notability. Okay. So the first important thing, she's doing the internment of Japanese Americans. The verdict of Korematsu versus the U.S. was overturned. Of course, you guys would know this a little bit from Pop's class. The fact that that situation changed over a number of years, even changed at the time, is important. So I would say that's a good reason to study. I would agree with that. I'll quickly, although I did think I just dumped it, but I'll take a look at the other two very quickly. And yes, and I can't read that third one because, dear goodness, it is. Okay, yeah. Abby, I think those would be fine. And then, again, the same sort of deal. You're welcome to run away if you wish to. We go from there. And I'm going to go, because across here, I'm going to go Kylie Morgan and then Odell and then Keefe's here. I didn't even see Keefe show up because he's not on camera. Keefe, are you here? Brandon.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I understand you may be being attacked by insects right now as we speak.
Yeah.
Okay, so, I mean, you know, are you going to like just light the bedroom on fire, let it burn to kill all the insects, or what are you going to do over there?
Yeah, probably.
Very good. That sounds good. Let me know. I'll bring a can of gas over if you guys do that, because we'll just light that over there and go from there. Morgan looks completely unimpressed. So let's go to Morgan. She has turned hers in. So let's take a gander at what Miss Morgan says. Okay, Franklin Delano Roosevelt is who she is choosing to work with. Number one, the Emergency Banking Act, which is like I think you were talking about the New Deal. All right, so Kylie, to come back to this, so I can see you. So instead of doing all the war stuff, as soon as I saw New Deal, I remembered. You're not doing the war stuff. You wanted to focus on like the economic parts of it.
Yeah.
Awesome. All three of those look good. I will tell you, I don't know how much this matters for anybody. A lot of you guys in 8th grade are choosing some kind of different things. Most students talk about Pearl Harbor and going to war and doing all those things, but that looks great. So the New Deal is a great thing to focus on. Kylie, this looks fantastic. I appreciate it, and you are good. So if you feel like running away, you're welcome to run away. Enjoy. Be nice to your brother, because they said so. All right, get out of there. All right, or not be nice to him, whatever you want to do. So thank you, Kylie. I appreciate you being here. Ms. Odell, do you have something you are able to chat about, or are you still working?
I'm still working.
Okay. And I know Corinne is, and I'll talk to Brandon in a second. So if you want to talk later, that's fine. Send an email, whatever. You can just submit it, because I will get a notification that it's submitted. And I can take a look at it then. But Haley, you understand what I'm asking, correct?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So I'm not leaving anywhere because I have to actually speak to Brandon now, but let me know if you need any assistance, and I'll look forward to reading what you got. We'll go from there.
Okay.
Now, Keefe, you got here late. So do you know what you're doing? Are you caught up with where we are? Or do you need assistance, Mr. Keefe?
I don't need assistance, but I'm not that far.
Okay, so you're doing the NFL.
Yeah.
Okay, so remember one of the things we talked about, since you're doing a company like Haley and like Kylie Range, you're talking about a company. How do they get you to buy stuff? In your case, when you're buying stuff from the NFL, you're like going to games and buying sweatshirts and all that stuff. You understand the difference.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so what we're looking for from you, and I put in Google Classroom 2 different documents. One is a Word file, one is a PDF, so you can use whichever one you want. But we're looking for you to explain how the NFL gets you to buy stuff. So do you have an idea? Like, how does the NFL get you to be interested as a fan? What do they do to make you buy their stuff, or someone to buy their stuff?
Advertise. Well, like, not just advertise, but like, I don't know. They have like promote teams and all that.
All
So,
right.
like,
It's kind of the same thing we said with, and again, I didn't see you come in, so I apologize. I don't know when you came in, but when we were talking to Kylie Range, she did Jeep. And so she said the same thing. Well, they advertise. And I said, okay, well, sure they do. How do they advertise? What sort of things do they say in their advertisements to get you to buy their stuff? So what sort of things does the NFL put in their ads to get people to be interested in the NFL?
highlights of like good players
Okay, so
that are on certain teams. So like, if you
yeah,
like,
both of those things. So you said highlights, because I mean, great plays, whether it's a Hail Mary, a pick six, or whatever else, people are interested in those. But great players too. So the Chiefs quarterback is,
Mahomes,
and of course the former Patriots quarterback is,
Tom Brady,
and the former Patriots tight end is.
Gronk.
Right. So you understand that you've seen ads with these guys' faces and whole bodies all over the place, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's because people get interested in them. So you could say, for point one, that they promote players that are popular or big plays. Those could be 2 different possible answers for that. Then the only thing we're looking for after that, Brandon, is what did you use for a source? Like, where did you get that from? In your case, it could be NFL.com, could be ESPN. I don't know. Could be a lot of places. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't have a burning need to leave at the second. It is 2:30, so I'm going to continue talking to the other people. But so work on that, and then you can submit that whenever you're ready.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cooper, I see you like staring at stuff in the background. Are you with us, Cooper? Cooper. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you talking to your grandmother? Is that what's going on?
No.
Okay, very
I was
good.
turning my TV
Singing?
off.
What are you doing over there? You're like freaking out. What's happening?
I was turning my TV off, but it wasn't working.
So look, before we cut out here, I want to make sure, are you good? You know where we're going with this, yeah?
Yeah, I submitted something, but like I don't know if it's correct.
Awesome.
Or,
Okay,
like,
well, now hold on. Before I even look at it, I'm going to pull it up in just a second with you here. So remember what I said. specifically about Chick-fil-A. So you gave reasons why or how Chick-fil-A is successful or things people like about Chick-fil-A, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's look at that right now. So based on what we talked about, where are you? Let's see. Oh, that's Kylie Morgan. Let me get out of there. You're not Kylie Morgan, and here's Haley Cooper right there. All right, let's take a look. And I have no idea what you submitted here. What? Oh, I see what you got here. So you like
Yeah.
your own file here.
Yeah, it didn't really like. I thought I clicked on a Google Doc, but I guess I didn't.
Okay. So Haley, very quickly. So I'm looking at this. I don't really have any problem with it, but the other thing that's needed. So in that file that I gave you, there's a couple other things missing here. I know your claim. I'm not really worried about that. I have your sources. I'm not really worried about that. But for each of those three things you gave, I'd like you to give the source for each thing. So if you're going to talk about the service, well, that's great because, by the way, their service, like other places do it, but Chick-fil-A doesn't mess around because that line is so big. They have guys that got there with tablets taking your order before you get in line. So their service is very good and very friendly. So if that's the case, we need a source for that. So where did you see that? Where did you get that from? You can't just say, I went to Chick-fil-A 2 weeks ago and that's what happened. It's got to be a source that you pull from someplace, right? So,
Yeah.
So Haley.
Been Chick-fil-A once though, so like.
Okay, your points are okay, but we need to find sources for that, okay?
Okay, I mean, the points that I got were off my very first source, but like I'll have to just go in and like put the source in there.
So put them there and try to use one of the documents too. It's going to be a little bit neater as well.
Yeah.
Okay, this sounds good?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. I believe Keefe is still good, and I'll check with Odell and Keefe in just 1 second. Hovey's posing. I'm not sure what's happening over there. So, Miss Hovey, how are you? Do you see where we are and what we're doing?
I think I have a general idea, but since like I came in like 4 minutes late because I was confused. I was like, she's just videos here, but then I found the link that we used. I missed like kind of the beginning of what you were talking about, so I don't totally know what I'm supposed to do, but I'm just gonna go back and watch the videos so I can catch up because I looked like every other week kind of, so I need to fill myself in, and then if I think I'm gonna probably have to ask you a lot of questions after I look at it, just because. Yes.
Another hair flip. Very nice. Okay, so you're very smart, which we know, and you have smart friends, which we know, and you have smart family. And Mara's floating around there someplace. So, look, hey, no, don't do that. Thank you, Mara. Whatever you got to do is fine. A couple of those is fine. Anyway, so ask for help if you need it. I know you'll be able to pick these things up pretty quickly, but so we're looking for, and I believe you're correct about Pearl Harbor. Remember, we're looking, what are reasons people would study Pearl Harbor? Pearl Harbor has been referenced again a lot lately with people dying of stuff now, like the coronavirus, saying this many Pearl Harbors has happened since the coronavirus, and 9/11. 9/11 happened. The worst attack on American soil since Pearl Harbor. So Pearl Harbor comes up a lot. It's still important. So I'll let you go, and I'll trust you to ask questions, and so I don't have to conduct next week's Zoom meeting from your driveway. So we'll go from there. Thank you, Ms. Hovey. It's always nice to see you. I'm shocked and stunned that you're here. Thank you for attending.
Oh, really?
Cousin Odell, excuse me. I want to make sure, are you good? Do you need assistance?
Yes. You need assistance or you're good?
Either one. Do you need assistance? You're good.
I'm good.
Very good, thank you. Kifo, you're good, yeah? Or do you require assistance? He's finding the mute button. He might not even be there. He may be being attacked by bees in his house.
He's definitely playing video games.
Well, there's possible there, but I think he's being attacked by.
What?
Are you being attacked by bugs or are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, so you're good or do you require assistance?
I'm good.
Okay, so it's 2:36 by my clock, so I'm going to end this, and then I'll post the video link for this as well. Let me know if you need any help. 3 of you I don't have something from yet, and Ms. Cooper, we need you to revise what we've got, and then otherwise it's good, yeah? So thank you. These left. I know you're horrified. Actually, Javi, I'll create a bunch of extra ones to make up for the ones you missed. Maybe we'll do one like July 3rd or something. We'll get that caught up. So you guys have a great week, and I will see you soon. smart, take care of her as best you can, because